What's going on? We're going to play some blue-black control. I'm sorry, blue-black turns. What am I thinking? It's not a control deck. So this is our second competitive league. We're going to run with this. Let's see how we do. On the play. Sounds good. Ooh. I like it. I like it a lot. This is a major keeper. 6.5 card hand. This is barely a card. Censor's great. I'm starting to really warm up to Censor. Especially on a play, this hand's the bomb. Alright. Just gonna go get a plain old island. See what's on top. Ooh. Ouch. Yeah, I like the Scalding Tarn. I'll take one of the lands. I don't need them both. What I really need is a Howling Mine. Scalding Tarn, nice expedition version. Watery Grave, untapped. Alright, this might be a Death Shadow type of matchup. Which means Censor's not that great. If it doesn't hit anything next turn, I'll probably just turn it into mana. Or turn it into a card. And then next turn I can snap Serum, looking for my Howling Mines. Blood Crypt, yep. All the makings of a sweet Death Shadow deck. Yeah, I'm going to give my opponent the pick of the litter here. So the jig is up. My opponent knows what I'm up to. I don't know what they take. I guess Snapcaster Mage? They can take Censor. I don't care. They might take it if they want to make another play this turn. But I doubt it. Yep, Snapcaster Mage is the choice. Good choice, opponent. Alright, they're going to move to end step. I'm going to go ahead and get me another card. Fatal Push. Interesting. So I'm going to tap in a Watery Grave. There she is. The belle of the ball. Dictative Crucifix. Alright, so my opponent can now produce a Death Shadow. Alright, Serum Visions. So something like a Tasigur or a Gurmag Angler. I'm not really excited to see, but it'll be what it be. Inquisition. I'm going to go ahead and fire off this Dictate. My opponent will probably take the Fatal Push. This is probably in preparation to drop a Death Shadow. Making sure the coast is clear, because it is a little suspect for me to get a Watery Grave. Interesting. Giga Drowse. Okay, here comes a Delve threat. I can see they're tapping a mana and wasting some time here. Gurmag Angler. There's a land, which sounds great. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and play it and just pass the turn. Second Dictate is nuts here. That'll allow me to start being able to go off. No blocks. No blocks. Taking 5, going down to 13. Snapcaster Mage. I wonder if they're going for Thoughtseize here. Yep. So check it. I'm going to try to bait Counterspell. I doubt it'll work. I'm sure he'll just let the Snapcaster die. Because I think that's the whole reason for the Snap Thoughtseize was he wanted that out of my hand. Because that definitely puts down a Death Shadow. So losing a Time Warp here actually does kind of hurt. Because I'm highly interested in playing it this next turn. My opponent's down to 5. Another Dictate. Snapback is awesome. And a Giga Drowse. Funny thing, I didn't draw a land. Yeah. I'll just tap down on all their junk. I'm going to tap down all their lands, and then mid-combat I'm going to snap back Gurmag Angler. Because I'm a savage. What can I say? It might be actually worth it to snap it back on their upkeep. I think I might. I'll just go ahead and snap it back. I don't think I want that other Dictate. That Temporal Mastery can hang around for a while. Pass the clock. Yeah, Snapback was a great draw. Snapback and Remand are fantastic in this matchup. Opponent plays a fetch land. I doubt I'll see another fetch shock. I doubt it. Yeah. I'm going to try to Time Warp. Of course, I am susceptible to a Stubborn Denial here, but that's fine. Part the Water Veil is good. Exhaustion's pretty good too. Now I'll go ahead and take my extra turn here. I need to keep drawing lands. Opponents hit pause here. There we go. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Yeah, flipping the Temporal Mastery is real good. Yes, I will cast it. If my opponent does try to counterspell here, I do have Snap Sensor. Alright, Ink Moth. Go ahead and drop an Exhaustion. Yikes. That's pretty gross. Island. So yeah, I'm going to snap Time Warp here. Snapcaster is a kill in 2 turns. Yep, opponent understands that as well. Okay, pretty solid game 1 there. Tasigur's not that great. Counter Squall's in the maybe pile. Collective Brutality, no. I do like Thing in the Ice. Spreading Seas doesn't do what I want it to do. Not interested in Relic. A third Fatal Push would be nice. And Dispel is only good for the same reason Counter Squall is. I actually don't like Counter Squall being Death Shadow. Actually dealing that 2 damage to them is a relevant thing that's positive for my opponent. Helps my opponent out too much. Remand is good. Snapback is good. Only against the Delve threats. Don't like Exhaustion all that much. Cryptic is okay. They play pretty fast. I'm happy to cut a Temporal Mastery. I'm going to go ahead and cut the Force Spike. I think that'll do what I want it to do. And let's roll with it. So a good first matchup against Death Shadow. Being on the play helped. Double Dictate and my opponent having no counter spells. All big pluses that help us motor through the end there. Yeah, this hand is pretty bonkers actually. It's got everything I need. I'm a little soft to a Thoughtseize. Ooh, now I'm even more insulated. These are the only cards I'm really worried about losing to Thoughtseize. Inquisition. Alright, I'll let it happen. It's interesting. I'm not familiar enough with the matchup, but I don't think Death Shadow, the Grixis version, only plays that many copies of Inquisition. So this must be a real tough decision for my opponent. I think what they take is going to tell us a lot about what's in their hand. Took the Howling Mine. That kind of makes me think they have something else to take this Dictate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and Giga Drowse them. Well, let's back up here. That's not a great idea because if they do play a land, then they can just go ahead and Thoughtseize it out. We'll see what they do and respond in kind. Okay, so it looks like they didn't have a black land, so it looks like my strategy was a go. Yep. And that's a real shame. Had the right play on the tip of my tongue there, and I didn't make it. So I just drew land, so these are all cards they've seen before. I don't know what they're thinking about. Okay, they took the Dictate. Death Shadow is a go. Looks like I want to continue just drawing lands here. I think I'm going to go ahead and Giga Drowse. And then next turn I can Exhaustion. This plays obviously better if I have a Howling Mine. Take that, take that. Okay, my opponent did flat nothing. Alright, they cycle a Street Wraith. They do find a land. That's good for them. Go ahead and get out my other watery grave while it doesn't do anything. Remand is pretty sweet. I totally expect them to have a delve threat. This is a Thoughtseize. I'm just going to let them take whatever they want. So again, whatever they take, that's going to tell me what's in their hand. If they take the Fatal Push, they're just loaded on Death's Shadow. If they take the Remand, then they've got a Tasigur or Gurmag. I doubt they take the Time Warp. Because right now, Time Warp is just 5 mana, draw an extra card. Interesting. Interesting. Noxious Revival would be awesome here. Yeah, they're starting to tap their lands in. So, yeah, they're getting to the low life threshold here. Collective Brutality. Yeah, they're just stripping away my hand here. I don't really know what else to do other than hit a remand. Okay, so now they can recast it and get the Fatal Push. Which I don't even really care. They can have it. I'm gonna leave the Fetid Pools. It's a redraw. And then obviously a Death Shadow here would be pretty hard. Wow. So obviously being in top deck mode is not great. My opponent's got 5 hands, so they're winning the card advantage game for sure. Musical chairs with their lands. I don't know what's going on. Liliana the Last Hope. Yikes. Alright, they put 2 cards in their graveyard. Thought Scour and a Street Wraith. And they return the Street Wraith to their hand. Ooh, and they cycle it. I thought for sure they would wait and try to cast it next turn. Serum Visions. They went bottom and top. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and take a redraw. Two Giga Drowls. I think I'll just start using them. So they're going to target me with a Thought Scour. There's my Dictate. So now I've got 3 Howling Mines in the yard. I've got 5 lands. I suppose I could have tapped Liliana, but what's the fun in that? They're going to float all their mana. I don't know what they do with it. Snapcaster Mage. Flashing back Thought Scour. Interesting. So they targeted me again with a Thought Scour. It's probably not a bad play. This game has been a real snooze fest. It really has. Alright. Sweet. We drew another land. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're just trying to buy as much time as we can here. They're being a sweetheart and tapping out for us. So I am going to go ahead and tap Liliana. Doesn't do much, but it does something, I think. Another Thought Scour. And they hit me with it. Okay, so yeah, another Dictate down. Snapback is pretty bad. Especially considering what I'm up against here. Yeah, that's one. Yeah, it looks like I've only got 4 Howling Mines left in the whole deck. There's a Death Shadow. Another one. Yeah. It's probably all she wrote. Yeah. We can draw an extra card, but I doubt that does anything. Yep. It's weird when your opponent gets to draw more cards than you. Yep. Yeah, my opponent playing Liliana the Last Hope is interesting, for sure. Tasigur doesn't match up good against any of his creatures. I say we just run that back. Yeah, losing both of our... I had the chance to get the Dictate down against him that turn. I just didn't. Or that last game. This hand is not a keeper. This one we can run with. I am afraid of losing the Dictate again, but that's the way it goes. I like drawing the Serum Visions. It looks like they're attacking the hand again. Dictate's the obvious target. Hopefully I can hide another one on the top of my deck. Yeah, I don't want either of those. Looks like we're headed back to where we were last game. Yeah, I don't think I'm really all that interested in cracking that Scalding Tarn. Collective Brutality. Yeah, just on the duress mode. Snapback can be good because, you know, they can Serum Visions into Tasigur here. I can really set them back with that. I'm going to have to start using Mikakoru though. Let's see, they went top and top. Thoughtseize. Yeah, my opponent's hitting me pretty hard with the hand disruption again. Pretty much won them the last game. Looks like they're on track to do the same again this game. Take a Dispel. It's kind of revealing, makes me think that they have the Stubborn Denial. I need to start drawing into some lands here. That's not it. That's not it either. I'm going to go ahead and give it another spin. Yep, that sucks. Sucks to suck. 3 cards, no lands. That's the way it happens sometimes. That's pretty funny. I think I just play Thing in the Ice and then snap back in the middle of combat. I suppose I can Giga Drowse it before combat. Yeah, I think I'll tap it down. Oop. Yep, you gotta replicate for 0 if you just want to use it once. Yep, I'm fine with getting that Stubborn Denial out of their hand. I'm not going to block. Yep, they do have a Street Wraith. That's cool. I think I'll go ahead and take the 8 and just snap back at the end of turn. Yeah, Remain doesn't give me any value here. Another Stubborn Denial. Sounds good. I'd like to get those out of my opponent's hand. Jesus. Yep, that's rough. That's really rough. Culligan's command. They want me to discard a card, and they're going to hit me for 2. Well, they're probably going to plan on making that Death Shadow lethal. Yeah, I'm being forced to block here. Yeah, there's just really not a very clear path to victory. Looks like I'm going to have to counter and bounce, or bounce and draw. I should get a land first. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Of course, I lose to Stubborn Denial. My opponent's got it. 3 Stubborn Denials. Well, that's the way it goes sometimes. Alright, what if we could... Yeah, Fatal Push would have been great at any time. Yeah, we were so stuck on lands that game. Well, thanks for watching.